In this video, we're going to be talking about three different things here. Okay, so one, we're going to do like a miniature closeout for the second paycheck budget for March. You're wondering why I say miniature or why it's a closeout in general, especially because we just did it. That's why it's miniature. We just did the budget, but we kind of already had our numbers situated. So that's why I want to do like a miniature closeout. Second thing, we're going to do some transactions. Yes, you hate it, I hate it, we hate it because, well, I don't know if y'all hate it, but I hate it because it just shows our flaws. And then the third thing we're gonna do is go over sinking funds. I know, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're like, girl, haven't seen those in a while. I know, I gotta do better. So that's what we're gonna do. Miniature closeout for the second March paycheck budget. Then we're gonna do some transactions, and then we're gonna go over our sinking funds. So if you are new to the channel and haven't subscribed, or if you're just returning and you always dibble a dabble in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Your girl did not hit her goal her goal for 5,500 YouTube subscribers for the first quarter, but that's okay. Have no fear because we keep moving. We keep it moving. Whoa. Y'all remember that song? I don't know. But anyways, yes, but make sure you hit that subscribe button just to keep you guys updated. So this is how the videos go. We're going to do new videos on Thursdays and Sundays, okay? That's twice a week. We are also going to do new blog posts on Sundays. That's on paperbymo.com. If you want, make sure you go to that website and click subscribe. Love that for us. Now, on Monday, the following day, not Sunday, but Monday, it's going to be a newsletter that comes out every week. We're talking about the blog that was posted. We're talking about the videos that was posted. We're also talking about sales on paperbymo.com, maybe even some tips and tricks. So also, my last updates, I'm going to go ahead and put out like a little survey and see if there's any type of blog posting that you guys want to hear, because I'm trying to do stuff that will relate to us all. So last week we talked about some tips for your I was gonna say IRS for your taxes. Same difference, right? For your taxes. And then this week we're also going to give another tip and why you should not avoid actually filing your taxes. People do that. Some people are just like, yeah, we don't want to file taxes. But I actually did not come up with this stuff out of my head, out of my butt. I actually talked to an IRS professional. And so these are real life tips and tricks. So make sure you guys go check that out. And let's just go ahead and get into the video. Okay, if you don't know, now you know. No. So this is the binder, right? You know that. You already knew that. But this binder is also my budget planner. I just love this. This right here, it's just what I use instead of using a book. Previously, if you looked at any of my old videos, I was making my own budget planners and budget planners to sell. I loved it. I did. But it was hard. And that doesn't mean you should quit, but I did. It was just like a lot of work, and doing that and a full-time job, it's topsy-turvy. So instead, I just print out the pages on the inside, and then I got me a binder. Get you a binder from anywhere, or even a pen and paper. Y'all know how I feel. There is literally no excuse to just not budget. That's just not a good answer. So when we open her, we have our 2025 bingo. I'm trying to work on this, okay? So this one, I think I will be checking this off next week. So stay tuned. I'm so excited. Okay, now these three. So find place or club to volunteer at with consistency. I'm working on that. Well, I've been looking into, I haven't exactly started working on it. I definitely started me a little successful garden. I say successful, but right now it's just dirt. It's just dirt and water. But that's, listen, doesn't it take dirt and water to grow a garden? I don't know. Don't judge me. And then find group/community of friends. So this has been like a hard one for me every time my husband and I move around. I try, I dip my toe into some water. I'm just like, ooh, not my people. Then I pull that toe back out. Okay, then I dip again. And I'm like, ooh, they were nasty. Dip it back out. And by nasty, I mean like attitude. So yeah, y'all, these are the three for this quarter. I do want to go ahead and close up this first quarter very soon, which is why we are going to go ahead and do a little miniature closeout for March. Let me know in the comments, have you guys budgeted your monthly budget or whatever for April? I know we're already in April. I know we're in there, but have you did it? Did you do it? Or did you do it? Okay, so this is the second paycheck for the month of March. Just put her out there, okay? Let me write on this one as well. I write kind of hard. The thing I use cardstock. Okay. So black I want to do for if it's actually in alignment, meaning like if the numbers are right. We'll do we want to do pink? No, you know what we'll do? We'll do red. Also, if you don't know, I'm a pilot girl, okay? I love a good pilot pen. This here, this is the V5 rolling ball, and I think this is, yep, the V7 rolling ball. It's just a finer point. Love that for us. So let's get into the numbers. We are going to close out the actual money that we're bringing in, just because I know some stuff is wrong and I know some stuff is right. So let me show y'all what is wrong and what is right. So starting off, $0. What does that mean? That just means that we're saying we have $0 in our bank account because there's $0 just to be rolled over. Now, if we had any money to roll over, we would put $100, $200, $300. You get what I'm saying? We're not having money to roll over. Why? Because even though there's money in our checking account, we're going to use it for something else. And that's usually for like a drip pan. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of a car. Why would I say a drip pan? Oh my gosh, not a drip pan, but you know, just like a catch-all, a buffer, if you will. So, okay, starting out $0. That's true. Didn't lie. Now, I told you guys in this video, and if you didn't check it out, make sure you go check it out. I said that my paycheck was a little higher, and I was just trying to reach out to just my job because they gave me more money and they didn't take our dental out of my check. And I was just trying to figure out like what's going on. I still am so unsure, but the number was higher and I decided that I'm just going to share it, the higher number. So here it's $2,731.37. And I want to see like what the difference is with this. So that's $2,731.37, and then we're going to subtract $2,664.09. That's $67.28. That's pretty hefty. I don't know. So I was just feeling some type of way or whatever. All right. So that was for my income, and then my husband's actual income, I put $1,089. I thought I was a little off on my numbers, but I was a little off. So my husband actually brought in, and this one, unfortunately, I was a little too high instead of low. I'd rather be lower than high. $1,068.85 is what we had. And I say 85. I don't know if that's an 8 or a 4. You know what? I'm lying. I think it's a 4. That's what happens when you try to read your own handwriting. Okay. So this is what we have. We have $2,731.37. Then we're going to plus $1,068. Okay. Yep, because I put 89. $1,068.45. That is going to be $3,799.82. So it's higher. Do I have a green? Let's just put this in green. I should have put that in green too then, huh? So we have $3,799.82. All right. Now that pretty much is the only thing that's different thus far. Everything else is pretty the same. Okay, we decided to give our rent, aka it's not really our rent that we're giving $800. We're just giving our bill checking account $800. Same difference, really, when you think about it. Okay, so we have $3,799.82, and we're going to subtract 800. So that's through 2,999. That's a lot of nines. $2,999.82. Okay, so I don't know why I put green back, because it's still different, right? And it's still higher. So $2,999.82. Y'all know I write big. Yeah, okay. It's still on the page. So then we're going to go over here. All of this is the same. We gave food $0 because we have a gift card. We got a $250 gift card from our apartment complex. because we were having a hot water problem. So yes. Um, this we're gonna put 30. And this we're gonna put 30. We're not gonna put the gas down because we haven't used it yet or gotten gas yet. And now we decided to go up and give more money to our IRAs, but you know, stock market is basura. But here we are in life. And then that. Okay, so then we also have $1,033.09, and that's what we gave our house fund. $1,033.09. I was stuck because I'm like, where's the one? You know, it just looked like comma 033. So $1,033.09. Sinking funds, we have not given our sinking fund this amount of money. First of all, because we had the $1,000, not that we're not gonna give it, but we still got some time because we had the $1,000 already. And I think I've told you guys this before. Sometimes if we know we're gonna spend something, we don't put it in our sinking fund account. We just swipe the card and then pay ourselves back from the checking account that brings in the money. I hope that makes sense. But because we do that, sometimes I get a little confused. So we have about $700-800 in our checking account now. And I think that's gonna be going towards sinking fund because we did spend a couple $100, a little over a couple $100 to pay for something, for a car. That's how we do. So now that we got that out the way, let's go to transactions. Oh, hate this. Okay, I'm gonna don't want to highlight, I'll put an asterisk by the stuff that we use the gift card for because that's gonna be food. And it's not gonna be in order because if you know, you know. Oops. I was gonna put Costco. Okay, so we're gonna say date 3/30. Okay. Category is gonna be food, and the details is Costco. This was not a bad amount of money. It's $79.86. Okay, so I'm gonna put an asterisk right here. So we actually spent 90 something, but we had a Costco gift card that was given to us, and what we had left was like $11 or $12. Once you subtract that, it was a $79.86, and this is for most of our like food that we get from Costco. Like this was a heavier Costco visit, but like I said, we spent that. We put that on the gift card. So I'm just gonna, the gift card was $250. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna subtract 79.86. That's gonna be 170.14. All right, now you're gonna notice a trend here, okay? And the trend's gonna be, dang, y'all go to the grocery store a lot. Oh my gosh, you're not wrong. Let me tell you something. We have not had a Harris Teeter in so long. Last time I had a Harris Teeter was in South Carolina when I was in Charleston. We didn't have one in Louisiana. And boy, you know, I missed it. So, but anyways, like I said, you're going to see us going to the grocery store quite a bit. And the reason why I'm talking about, like, you're like, okay, just because you miss it don't mean they go so much. I really think it's because of the deals that they have. They have buy one, get one, or buy two, get three, or half off, things like that. When they're on and I'm looking, me and my husband looking at the weekly ad and we actually see it, yes, we go into active mode. 1. 2, we also forget stuff. And you're wondering, like, you're like, girl, just have a list. We do. We do. It's usually we forget to put something on the list. Okay, so the $4.99, you're like, how did you spend only $4.99 at the grocery store? We just went to buy cookies. My aunt, she had a party at her house, which is an hour and a half, 2 hours away, because, you know, DMV area, love that for us. So we just brought cookies. We had already bought wine previously. Then so that's why we only spent $4.99. But we didn't have our gift card, or we didn't spend our gift card with that. Now this one, we went back to Harris Teeter and we spent $32.77. Now, some things that Harris Teeter and we go real good together on. When the cheese is buy one get one, because we eat a lot of cheese, shredded cheese, sliced cheese, you name it. Okay. When the ice cream is buy one get one, me and Briar's cookies and cream, love them. We were getting our eggs from Harris Teeter, but we found that it was way more affordable if we got it from this warehouse, aka Costco. It actually was only $6 to get 18 eggs, or is it 16? Whatever. Moral of this story is we got a whole bunch of eggs, because even for just a carton of 12 for a dozen, we were still paying five something. So now we're paying only $1 more. I don't know. It's crazy, but here we are. Okay. That was 32. Another Harris Teeter run. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling some type of way. Okay, so this one was in April. Okay. Harris Teeter. Oh gosh. We gotta work. So my husband right now, we realized the problem before this. And what we said we were gonna do was we'll do one run together. He'll do a run if he misses anything, and then I'll do a run. That'll be 3 store runs total. One with me and him, one with him by himself, one with me by myself. But we have a little whiteboard at the house, and so we just try to go from there. So this was 21.32, and this one was also on the card. So let's subtract 32.77 and then subtract 21.32. All right, we got $116.05 on the card. And I know it's under that because you're gonna see another one. I know. It's a hot mess. Okay. Now another grocery store. This was a little bit earlier, but still. We have like water jugs or whatever. So my husband goes to Food Lion to get the water. This costs him a pretty bit of money, $8.47. We have 5 of them, but I think it's a lot of money because we usually previously, like going to Walmart, we would only spend maybe $2 or $3 to fill all 5 up. But he had to replace one of the jugs because moving here, things break or have a problem. So that's not coming from that. We're probably gonna have to take this out of the sinking fund because we didn't put any money towards food because the things. All right, and then the 2 more stores. 2 more freaking stores. Again, not in order. All right, so I went to Marshalls, y'all. I went to Marshalls. I'm just gonna put this under shop, and I spent a lot of money. I spent $68.92. So some of the things probably we needed for the house. So I and my husband, we wash our body in Bronner's, Dr. Bronner's, which is pretty expensive, but usually if you go like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something like that, you could get them on sale. And I've been trying not to go to TJ Maxx, but I will say, being in Maryland versus being in Louisiana, the prices up here are way more expensive. Another thing is I got a lunchbox for work. I needed a lunch pail that was so random. And then I needed some face products, and I get my face products from Marshalls. And I feel like, is Marshalls and TJ Maxx owned by the same people? Because I thought, or maybe it's Ross. I have to look into that because I hope it's not, because that's really going to piss me off. Now, I went out of my way to go to Marshalls, and I have a feeling, I'm thinking about it now, I'm like, okay, I'm not supposed to be, not supposed to, but here we are. Okay, so now this is April 2nd. Again, Costco. I know, it's horrible. But it's not really food, but it's like food/home. So that's gonna put home. All right, and we put in $30. You're thinking, oh my God, $30. I know. So that's only $86 left over. It's been a lot. But basically, we needed some paper towels. We realized we didn't have any paper towels. We kind of been out of paper towels since like the week we moved here. So, hate this for us. Let me put an asterisk by it. But we just clearly, I think it's so easy to just swipe, right? The cash makes it super easy to just, oh dang, we're kind of running low. But that's okay. We're figuring it out. We still got money. We still got a whole nother week. We don't have any desire or needs for food. Now, you're wondering, are y'all gonna go back to the store? I want to, because the cheese is on sale. I'm not just buying it because it's on sale, but because we actually eat it. Also, my husband made some eggplant parmesan, and you have to use a lot of cheese. That was one of those store runs. We needed a lot of cheese. So I have to look into seeing like Costco. Like, should we buy our cheese from Costco? I always feel like they're so freaking big. We don't really have space. We don't have a big refrigerator. I'm trying to take this out. I should just keep this one out at least. Just because, I write hard. All right, so let's get into the sinking funds. You're wondering. You're like, girl, where are you going? In the book. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to show you. Let's get it in. Boom. Can y'all see that? Okay, so basically, this was the last time that your girl actually did sinking funds. So these are all our categories. We have home, and this is what my husband and I are saving money for, to do like a down deposit or whatever on a home. Then I have an emergency fund. My husband has an emergency fund. We get this question all the time. Why do you guys have your emergency fund separated? It's not a bad question, but I swear I always say why. One, because we had emergency funds before we got married. Two, my husband wanted to make sure his emergency fund was ample amount. Like I had mine fully funded of 10,000 and he did not. So you're like, okay, so if yours was 10,000, Mo, then why, you know, like why is it only 10,000 now? Great question. When I went over, I think I say like 12,000, 13,000. Some of that extra money I decided to put towards debt, things like that. Okay, because we still got a whole bunch of debt. So he has the emergency fund. His goes up. His is 10,276. Previously, this was in January. We do have him in a high yield savings account, but my emergency fund is half in a high yield savings account, half in cash, just because we wanted to have some cash, just like our grandparents used to do. Then we have travel account. This is really like our honeymoon account. The money we had left over from our honeymoon that we did not spend on our honeymoon, we have a travel account. Then we have month ahead. We've stopped doing it. I got to be honest. Maybe we'll get back into it, but the way lifing right now. maybe not. I don't know. We're just trying to survive out here. Okay. Then my husband had his own sinking fund that was also like, oh my gosh, why would he have his own sinking fund? Because he wanted to save money for like gifts, birthdays, Valentine's, his own surprises, right? And like, who am I to say no? We're a team. Cool, got you. This is depleted. You're gonna see there's nothing there. And then we have our actual sinking fund accounts. And as you can see, I put on January it was sinking fund $2,046.49, and then it was broken up between all of them. Right now, same situation, just different numbers. Okay, so let's get into her. I'm gonna put her over here, and we're gonna tap in. Okay. Now, one thing that I did not put on here was the life account. That was back in January. Well, I wonder why I didn't do it. I don't know, but I'm gonna do black, and then I'm gonna do pink, and then green doesn't do us wrong because money's green. All right, so the life account that my husband and I created was just basically when he lost his job back in October. We were like, okay, bet, game plan, right? It's game time. We got to figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to set ourselves up for success. So my husband got a severance checks, not a package, but a severance checks, basically continue to pay him out for the next 3 months. Now that was October. It started in November. So November, December, January. Those 3 months, he continued to get his paychecks. So instead of using those paychecks, we took those paychecks, put them in a high yield savings account, called it life. And that helped us move to Maryland. Okay. Figure out our next path, right? Which we feel like Maryland has way more job opportunities than Louisiana does. That's our opinion, just from living there. Don't argue with me, argue with your mama. Okay. I'm just saying. Now, that account had about $17,000 in there. Now, we did spend about $7,000 to actually move. So what the account currently has, okay, and this is live, okay, is $10,218 and really 93 cents, but I write so big. Do I want to write that? Fine. $10,218.93. You're thinking, what the heck are you guys going to do with $10,218.93? I'm thinking, he's thinking, we're thinking, lives. But so does a house. Come on now with a word. Y'all don't take me serious, but I'm just trying to say that might go to our home account eventually, maybe, possibly. But also we're figuring it out. Okay. Now, home. Let's go to home because we want to purchase a home, not just a house. Because this house is not a home. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I can't say it. Now, our home account, it was $12,150, 47.87. I can't read my own handwriting. In January, it was $12,150. what is it? It's not March. This is in fact April, but this is the start of April. So with the start of April, it's actually $15,301 and then 14 cents. I wrote that so much better. Love that for us. Now, good number. Just trying to get our lives together. And people say, "Oh, you can't save yourself to wealth." That's not necessarily what we're doing. One, we're trying to be comfortable in the fact that knowing if something does happen, we got a little cushion. Okay. Number two, you can't save yourself to wealth, but you got to save a deposit to get a house. Come on now. Exactly. Okay, so my emergency fund, because half of it is in cash and the other half is in a savings account, high yield savings account, I just always put 10,000. So ugly, but it's true. Now my husband's emergency fund is a little bit more specific. Okay, so he has $10,339. We have not been giving any more money to our emergency fund. You know, the emergency is emergency, okay? Him and me combined, that's $20,000. Great, love that. Now we got other goals. I just got to be real. So I'm not really too excited to keep trying for that. Now this right here, so travel, we call it travel. It's not really travel. What it in fact is, what is it? It's the honeymoon account that we haven't spent. What was left? Then we have a month ahead account that has just a little bit money in it. Okay, just a little. So let's get into the travel. This has for the top of April, $1,700.07. Okay, she's getting smaller and smaller. And then the month ahead, all it is $11.62. Maybe we should combine or make another account. I don't know. We talk about this, but we don't really know. So those are all these accounts that are separate. And then we have a sinking fund account. That's by itself. And it's still a high yield savings account, but there's different groups. Do we want to say groups? Maybe groups. There's groups within it. Okay, so let's think. So we have holidays because, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, I don't know, New Year, birthday. Is that a holiday? I think it should be. I'm just saying. My birthday is actually next month, turning 30. Have no idea. I don't know. I'm just trying to push through life. So then we have a gun amount of money that we're trying to save. And then we have home stuff. You're like, what? So that's like that, not tissue, paper towels that we bought at Costco. That's coming out of home stuff, okay? Because that's stuff for the home. You get it. Now we have a giving account that we have not done anything with. We had clothes. We decided to deplete that because we went and did a thrift shopping with our actual clothes. And then we have car maintenance. Now, my thing about car maintenance is that we need to give it way more because our cars are getting older and it's just stuff keeps coming up and I hate that for us. All right, I'm going to turn her to the side like so and like such. And then I'm going to write out exactly how much we have in our sinking fund account. And how much is that? Oh, it's 2,000. I'm like looking for the number. All right, it is $2,259.30. Now remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had just told you guys we still have about $700-800 in our account because we were supposed to give $1,000 to our sinking funds. We're still gonna do it. We're just making sure we're moving and allocating money, right? We just did this paycheck. Look, on the 28th. It was so recent, okay? So recent. So let's go ahead and get into the numbers for this. Now, the big numbers are going to be, first things first, I'm still going to write it in green. My husband and I decided to give the gun an allocation of $1,000 just because we're trying to be serious about it here in Maryland. We did take a gun course in Louisiana, but then we were like, hey, we're moving. Why spending money on actual license? We want to take the course here. Both of us get a license and then also purchase one. So I'm hoping that'll fall under the $1,000. That's number one. Because like I said, with the marshals thing, stuff here is I'm not way more expensive, but you can see like the price bumps. For example, a water bottle at Marshall's in Louisiana, you might have been paying $50, $60. Here, I saw one on sale for $20. And I said, oh, that's a sale? That's interesting. That's what I said. I said, oh, that's interesting. But you know what? A lot more things might be going up. So there's that. We'll see. I don't want to talk about it. I might get depressed. But anyway, so car maintenance, we were just like, boom, we got to give at least a bare minimum of $500. I think we should beat this up more. So when we do give that $700-800, I think we should be giving it to car maintenance and holidays, but mostly to car maintenance. All right, so clothes, we said a whopping goose egg because, yeah, you know, we don't need it. Don't need it. I don't need it. Okay, so giving, we have $253, and as do we have $250, $53 with holidays. Okay. Now, home stuff is also $253. However, home stuff $253, and I'm just gonna put $253. Now that $30 though that came out, that's what we're gonna do for home stuff. We're gonna say minus 30. So really, it's $233. That 30, that's gonna be, and technically it was cucumbers and paper towels, but we're just gonna map them together, and then we're gonna say that it was the paper towels, right? So that was the home stuff. That 30 is gonna come from that 253, now equaling 233. This is me. This is us trying to do better with our actual numbers. So again, if the $700-800, or when the $800 come, it's just gonna be car maintenance and holidays like birthdays and things like that. Okay, so I think we got it though. We got the closeout for the second paycheck budget, which we really just did. We have the transactions. We have a partial closeout. We'll fully go over it when we close out the whole month. I'm trying to figure out what video I'm going to give on Sunday because I don't want to close out the whole month. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And then if I don't close out the month, I can't give you guys a first quarter budget. So let me know if there is actual video or something you guys want to see. You guys give great ideas, and besides, you're watching it, so why not take your ideas seriously, you know? So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Again, tell me in the comments if there's like any videos, any blogs, or whatever it is that you guys are interested in seeing, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.